technical issues. Welcome to episode 2 of Not Quite Cutting Edge. I'm here with Chaoswithin, who is probably, I would say, the best WoW speedrunner at the moment, and has several records. And I think if I press this, there we go. If you want to introduce yourself, and
all right, sure, absolutely. So my name is Chaoswithin, and I do speedrunning stuff in WoW, and I play WoW as well. I raid, I PvP. I'm doing kind of everything in the game. And I started a bit with YouTube sort of recently, and my channel started like kind of blowing up. I got like 300k views on my channel in the last month or so. So yeah, I mean, right now, I guess all I pretty on my YouTube that people can see is just I do speedrunning stuff, and I sometimes stream when I raid, when I PvP, and stuff like that as well.
yeah,
So I'm just the average all around WoW player who also does some speedrunning.
yeah. Well, I guess the main reason, like I said,
And I'm Swedish. That is correct. That is indeed correct.
yeah, I guess the best place to start is what records you currently hold. I think you hold quite a few of the WoW ones at the moment, like Torghast and.
Well, I don't. The only one I know that I hold right now is 1 to 60. Because the Torghast one, there is a faster layer 12 than the one I did, but he didn't upload it to YouTube or to the speedrun leaderboard. So, but it's still yeah, it's still on YouTube, but it's not on the leaderboard. So the video I have is not the world record right now. But then there is, I don't hold the 10 to 50. Like, I hold the globally fastest time on 10 to 50, but I don't have it in the official bracket because I haven't ran it for like a year pretty much. So one guy did it like 3 minutes faster, and I'm actually planning to do this one of these days, this Dark Moon Fire rotation, because I think I can actually do it in about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Used to get that one back.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure if I still have some like 1 to 10 records. Oh yeah, I have the 1 to 10 with heirlooms as well.
You did a run a few days ago, didn't you? Like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. I uploaded that one to YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, that one got a lot of views too. Like, it got like 40k views or something. I think that's interesting for a 1 to 10 run.
Yeah.
To get that sort of amount. So yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I want to discuss how you got into speedrunning, especially speedrunning in WoW. And I don't know if you run any other games or anything like that, but like, how did you get into pushing WoW and leveling in WoW in that fashion?
Well, so I kind of got into it. I would say officially got into like the actual like leaderboard stuff was towards the end of BFA. I started running Exile's Reach 1 to 10 in the pre-patch right when it came out. Before that, I had not really done a lot of like speedrunning stuff, but what I did do, however, was I always try to level fast when there's a new expansion, and I've always loved like leveling alts and stuff. So I think it just came natural to me. And then when I realized that there's a leaderboard as well, I decided, fuck it, I can do this. I can get all the records here. And now I guess I have some of the fastest routes out there. And I didn't speedrun anything before WoW, but I started speedrunning Minecraft a little bit as well, like after Shadowlands came out. But I never really finished the run. Like, there was so much stuff to like learn, and I just realized that nah, I can't do this.
That's it's highly competitive category, like it's highly competitive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then there's always been a few people who's also doing WoW speedrun stuff. So there's always people who's trying to break records. So it's a bit of a challenge in WoW as well, but
yeah,
it's not as competitive as like Minecraft.
I was going to say, I feel like the WoW community for speedrunning is very small compared to a lot of other speedrunning communities. There's very little that it feels very small.
Yeah, I agree. I think Yeah, sorry.
I was just going to say, do you think it's because the barrier to entry is quite high? Because a lot of them are quite long runs. Like, yeah, the 1 to 10 is quite short, but like, for example, 1 to 50 or 1 to 60 is like, even optimized is still like 5-6 hours, which is quite a huge chunk of time to put into a single run that can
Yeah,
get
well,
ruined.
yeah, I think like I don't think the barrier of entry is the big issue. I think the big like I think it's a mix of quite a few different things. Like most people I know, they don't like leveling in WoW. Like they just want to do high level stuff like on their mains. They don't like leveling. And if you don't like leveling and you see that as a chore, then of course then you're probably never gonna want to do it. But I think it's all one issue is also for like people who are aspiring to start speedrunning and stuff. They are it's like really hard to find the brackets in on the speedrun website. There's like so many brackets, and you have to like click into like smaller sub brackets to
Yeah.
actually like find the actual popular brackets, because most of the WoW brackets are completely empty. And then I guess people might see that and they're like, hey, all the brackets are empty, is this game dead, like speedrunning? Meanwhile, there is like a few categories that people are actually running, but some people who might want to try out to do this, they might not even find it, like find these categories.
Yeah.
So I think they definitely need to like um, do a bit of a rework of the speedrun.com section of WoW. And I mentioned this to one of the mods, and I know that he wants to fix it. I think a lot of people want it. Pretty much everybody in the speedrunning community want to get some changes done so that it's more what's it called? So we get more clear brackets. Like let's compare it to Minecraft again. If you go into Minecraft on speedrun.com, you have like 3 brackets, and then you have like a bunch of sub brackets on the side.
Yeah.
But like the main brackets, they're right there. You don't really have to like click anything. You just find them instantly. But in WoW, it's like if you want to see 10 to 50, then you have to go over to 10 to 50. Then you have to click like new game
Ungrouped and
plus no grouping, and then you also have to select any expansion.
yeah.
Like I don't see why. Yeah, like I'm not gonna make this into like a flame against speedrun.com, and I don't have any flame against them or anything. Like, but yeah, it's definitely needs some a
It's
bit
nice.
of
It's nice that they
changes.
host the leaderboards and things like that for us and things like that. But it would help if they
Yeah,
were a bit more
yeah,
organized.
for sure.
I have
I
I
think
have
so.
my own issues with like the rule
Yeah,
sets and things like that. That I think some of the rules and other things like that don't make sense. Like I think a lot of the 1 to 60 run, the 1 to 50, the rules aren't 100% clear what you can and can't use.
I mean, I think that's probably one thing I a little bit disagree on. I think the rules are clear. Like the stuff that it says that you cannot do in the rules, you can't do, and anything else you can do.
Yeah,
So I think it's pretty clear.
it was more the pet battling and things like that because I didn't realize you could use pet battling.
Yeah,
But
but that's also it doesn't say anywhere that you can't do it.
no, it was
And basically I was thinking the same thing when I did it the first time. I was like, I wonder if I can do this. And then I just did everything that I thought about in my run. I just did it.
and then
That was not in the rule set.
it
And
got
if they
verified.
yeah, it got verified.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's much special with that. It's basically pretty straightforward. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Um, Speaking about the rule sets and things like that, how do you feel about war mode? Because I feel like they could actually be two separate categories. That you could have war mode and non-war mode as two separate categories as well. Seeing as war mode is so strong and so varied between what buff you can actually get hold of depending on the week.
Yeah, so I think I wish it was normalized or like equalized so like both factions had the same. But the problem is um if you would have like no war mode categories, I think people would probably not run those because it would make the runs like 20 to or 10 to like 20% longer, and they're already pretty long as it is. So it's like I think like, and if they would add that, that would also make even more brackets, which I just mentioned, would counteract what I think they should be doing. I think they should be deleting brackets, not adding new ones.
But we could have sub brackets, like you were saying with the Minecraft. You have main brackets and sub
Yeah,
brackets. Then
like they
maybe we could
definitely
have
could.
sub brackets.
Yeah, like it would definitely be fair to horde people to do that, but I don't think I would ever like. I might run no war mode brackets, and it would be more even. But I think most people just like, for example, for me, and I know my friend Cheek Runner as well. What we like so much about the WoW speed leveling and stuff is like stacking all the buffs, stacking all the
Yeah.
XP modifiers, possible like Dark Moon Fair, the Draft of 10 Lands, War Mode, Anniversary if that's up, and stuff like that. And like going into a bracket where you can't use the biggest buff, that would kind of make it a little bit less fun for me to play. I'm definitely gonna be doing some horde speedruns though, just to see like how fast I can do it, because that's also what people are asking me about on my channel. They want to see like horde speedruns as well, since the majority of the player base is horde.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah, they could definitely add a subcategory for
yeah,
no war mode, but I don't know how popular it would be. I don't think a lot of
I
people would
don't
run it.
think.
Like I
Yeah,
probably wouldn't.
I would personally, I would run it because like it was the same with the launch of this expansion. I think I was one of the very few who, when they launched, I did the more in war mode, and then I turned it off for the whole run.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to deal with PvP or anything like
ganks.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people had some big issues with getting ganked.
yeah.
Luckily for me, when I leveled in Shadowlands, I did not see a single horde person in the
No,
entire run.
I think I would have been
I don't know
fine,
how.
but
Yeah, but I think I was in some fucked phase. Like obviously, I got really far ahead really fast,
yeah,
but like, yeah, I don't know. Like some people said that they got ganked instantly the second they left Oribos to Bastion. They got ganked,
yeah. I
but then
think if
I
you
went
were a
there and
bit
there was not a
slower,
single
I
person.
think it was if you were a bit slower, there was a lot of horde and things like that.
Yeah, but someone told me, even like a person I talked with after who actually ended up leveling faster than me, they said that they got ganked like 5 times in Bastion. And I didn't see a single person.
No, I
It's just
didn't
really
either.
fucked with expansion launches.
Yeah,
It's really weird with the faces. Like I was literally alone. There was no one in
yeah.
my
I
face.
was the
I didn't see
same.
anyone in the. I didn't see anyone in the Maw. I didn't see anyone in Oribos. Or
Yeah,
actually in Oribos I saw people, but I didn't see anyone in Bastion or like Maldraxxus. I saw one person in Ardenweald. I don't remember who it was though. I think it was one of the other people who were trying
yeah.
for world first.
I was similar. I didn't see anyone until I think it was the end of Maldraxxus, and then I started to see
Yeah.
people. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess at the beginning of the expansions. It's always a bit of a mess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about, especially seeing as you hold the current 1 to 60 world record, and I was the previous holder.
Yeah.
Although I will admit my run wasn't definitely not optimized at all or serious in any attempt. But like, how do you set a goal? How did you set? Because I know I watched your stream when you ran it.
Oh yeah.
How do you set your goal? Because you set a goal. I think it was sub 7 hours, which you hit. How do you
Yeah,
set?
it was 6:45. Yeah.
How do you set the goal of I want sub 7 hours, and how do you push towards making that goal a reality?
Well, it might sound a bit weird, but the thing is, like, I did not push for sub 7 hour. I mean, I always tried to do it as fast as I could, but I didn't really know what to expect because I had never done 1 to 60 before. I'd always done like 10 to 50. I hadn't even done 1 to 50. So I had only done like 10, like 1 to 10, 10 to 50, and 50 to 60 in like separate runs. But since I realized that the 50 to 60 was so much faster than I thought it was gonna be, since I did that in like 2.5 hours roughly, I realized that hey, I could probably do this in like 7 hours and 15 minutes maybe, and then it ended up being way faster. I think if I would go back and do it again, I could probably do it like half an hour faster. Maybe I could get down to 6 hours. But yeah, about the goal, I mean, for me, it's just like when I do some speedruns, I just want to like do it as good as I can, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just my brain is just like, I want to do this super good. And then obviously there's always things you can improve on. Um, but there has not been many like, I don't know, like the WoW speedrunning stuff is kind of in like a pretty early stage. I think. Maybe that's just copium. But once more people get into the brackets, I think it's gonna have to. I have to be more focused on like what I want to do and like stuff like this. Right now, I'm kind of just like I'm just leveling because I
Winging
think it's
it,
fun.
sort of thing, and
Yeah,
going
just
on the
winging it and
fly.
just
Yeah.
pumping. Yeah, like you could see also in my 1 to 60 run, I just winged it at sometimes because the XP thresholds was different from what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Like I went into Stranglethorn, I went into Burning Steps and stuff like this. And I mean sometimes I guess yeah you just have to wing it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just my first 1 to 60 run. But
Yeah.
I would definitely like to try it again at some point
So you
and see
think
how
there's
fast I
still
can do it.
a fair bit of optimization for that run?
Yeah, I think you could probably do it in like maybe like I think sub 6 is possible for sure with a lot of optimization.
Yeah. Is
I
that?
think I could. Yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say, would that be dependent on a good warmo roll as well? Would you need the? It goes all the way up to 30%, I believe. Would you need like the
No,
20?
no. I'm thinking with the same 20% that I had.
20%, yeah. So with a
Yeah.
30, you could probably get that down into like sub 5.
I mean, I don't know if it would go down to to like 5, but I think for sure down to maybe like with 30% war mode, probably down to like 530 or something would be possible. I think. So yeah, it's hard to say, but yeah, it's a bit annoying that war mode is different sometimes. But I think it hasn't been 30%
I
since like the end of
yeah.
BFA.
I haven't seen. I
Uh,
think we had it for like a week.
Yeah, I think it's been up to 25% sometimes, but
Yeah.
I've not seen 30%
And then you
for
need
like
it to
over a
overlap
year.
with the Darkmoon Fair as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, do you feel these sort of things make it a little bit, like I said, with standardized rules, the fact that you have it's like waiting for the stars to align, that this doesn't get frustrating, that you're waiting for the Darkmoon Fair buff, you're waiting for the War Mode buff, and all of that for the stars to align to be able to actually do a run.
I mean,
And
I
you
just
can't
do
just
it when
log
Darkmoon
on.
Fair. Well, I just do it whenever Darkmoon Fair is up, kind of. I just hope for the best, but I don't really like when I did my first 10 to 50 run in the bracket. Like the person who did it before me had 30% war mode, and I think I had 15% war mode when I did that, and I beat it by like 40 minutes. So I don't think like even though it kind of sucks that you're at a disadvantage, it's like I just wing it and I just want to do it better than them. I want to show it that I'm better than them, you know?
Yeah.
Like so I don't really think a lot about like fuck it's only 20%. I wish it was 25.
Yeah.
Like I just go anyway and just because I know that it's been 20% for like probably like 90% of the weeks in Shadowlands. It's been 20% for Alliance.
Yeah.
It's been the occasional 25, the occasional 15, but it's pretty much always 20%.
Yeah.
By the way, I think we have a question in the chat.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was actually gonna touch on this. Do you actually set yourself a goal? I know we spoke about you going for what you're pushing for next expansion, but like for this expansion, did you push for them sort of goals? Did you set yourself a goal on what you wanted to achieve this expansion? And
like before it even came out that I wanted to do this and this and this.
Yeah, did you set like race to world first and stuff like that? Did you set yourself that goal or?
Yeah, I wanted to try to go for World First 60 when it came out, but I ended up getting I think rank 10. No, sorry, 12. We got ranked 12 and 13, me and my teammate.
Yeah.
But we just had a lot. Like we met like 3 days, or not 3 days, but like 5 days maybe before the expansion came out, and we were just like on for like 16 hours a day, just leveling over and over on the beta together.
Yeah.
I just power questing. I think we probably didn't think we were gonna get it because we had so little practice compared to a lot of other people. So I think we did a good job. But like I was practicing quite a bit. But at first I was thinking that I was probably gonna run solo to try to get world first 60, but that's impossible.
I was gonna say I think you stand no chance if you're on your own.
Yeah, exactly. I still did it. I think we did it fast though as 2 people. But there's a lot of things we could have done better. But we also giga fucked up. We had like everything against us.
Yeah.
So it's like I can go through all the things that happened.
Yeah.
So at the start, Silver Moon DC'd and I could not log in for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was
And
the same.
right there I fall behind because
Yeah.
this did not happen to any of the people who were ahead of me. So boom, right off the bat, 20 minutes disadvantage, or like 25 minutes. And then second thing that happened, so basically what happened was that happened to me, but my duo that I played with, he did not DC. So he started leveling solo without me. And then he waited for me in Bastion. So this just slowed down it for both of us, because then we were both solo questing, which is slower than 2-man questing.
Yeah.
And then he had to wait for me in Bastion. And then we started pumping. And then in Bastion, my fucking internet. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So in Bastion, my internet crashed. My friend sent me a text that like, oh heck, like because he has the same provider as me, like internet provider. He was like, oh, they're having issues. So I DC for like 5 minutes or something. That was really short, luckily, like 5-10 minutes. But still, that's like another DC.
Yeah, that's like difference between getting 12th and 10th. Like that's a huge difference when you're that close.
Yeah, and then after that it was kind of smooth up until we were at the end of Maldraxxus. And at the end of Maldraxxus there was a skip that we found that like you had to wait for like some RP before you can take a quest.
Yeah.
And then if you turn off war mode, she spawns instantly and you can take the quest. So we turned off war mode, took the quest, went back to Oribos, but we forgot to turn on war mode again. So we were leveling through half Arden with no war mode. And obviously that cost a lot of experience as well.
That does.
And then another chain reaction that happened because of the fact that we fell behind due to like my DCs and stuff. One of the rares called Hunter Vivana in Ardenweald that gives about 70k experience, like 50k and then a quest. She got killed because one of the people, we actually saw one person, and my duo told me that he knew who it was. So we were on the same phase as some guys who were like a little bit faster than us, just like 5 minutes faster than us. So they must have got there before us and killed that rare. So she was not up when we got there, and that messed with our route as well. Yeah, because then we didn't ding 60 off the quest that we wanted to ding on. So it was just a lot of stuff happened. Like, I think like if I didn't DC and all the chain reactions that happened from that, we would have probably been like rank 4 or 5 to 60 probably.
Yeah.
Only behind the pieces group. Polyhanna and Bastu, and also Monkey Lol.
Yeah,
I think only they would be faster than us.
They were the because the fastest group was a group of 5, wasn't it? It was a group of 5.
Well, the first guy was Monkey Lol. It was a monk.
Yeah, and he was spamming dungeons.
He had a group that was spamming dungeons, and he was questing, and then he teleported into the dungeon at the last boss and killed only the last boss for the end of dungeon experience.
Yeah.
So there were 3 manning dungeons, and then they had Monkey Lol, obviously, who was questing, and then one guy who was below level 55, because you could not queue for Necrotic Wake if you were above level 55. That's the issue like Gingy ran into and the Echo group, because
they changed all the before the launch
stuff, right before the launch. So they got to, I think Gingy's group were first to like 55 or 56, but then they couldn't queue any more dungeons. So then they were stuck doing the campaign in Bastion, which was great and gave us 0 XP. Yeah. So so there was a few people ahead of us.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, next expansion, I'm gonna get it, like 100% gonna get world first. I'm gonna be prepping super hard. I already have some people I'm gonna be playing with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing with a guy called Sheik Runner. Maybe some people know him. His channel on YouTube exploded a few years ago in Legion when he was
speedrunning dungeons.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing it. We have another guy as well called Permod. He was playing with Sheik Runner in the last race. So it's gonna be us and
Sheik's a really,
probably some other people.
really good player.
Who?
Sheik is a really,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah. He's
player.
great. He's really
Yeah,
smart. I think the
yeah,
best thing about him is that he's really smart about like finding glitches, like RP skips and stuff. Because I think like my strength is like power questing. I think I'm pretty good at the game. Like power questing, just going hard. Just like I have like a really big like grinding mentality. Like I can literally like I could go on the beta and level up from 60 to 70 this coming for the coming expansion. I could go in and level that 50 times without getting bored. Like
yeah.
I could do it over and over and over. But I think the issue I have is that once I found a really good path, I'm kind of bad at like finding finding new things to implement. I
Yeah.
think that's something I need to practice on. But that's a thing I think Shake Runner is really good at. He always has the mentality of like, how can we improve this
He
and
knows how
stuff
to
like
break
this.
the game. He knows.
Yeah,
He knows
he's
how
great
to.
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows how to
So
break the
that's
game.
so that's why I think we would mix up together really well.
Yeah.
Because like I have this like huge grinding mentality. I could just play forever. I could use 16 hours a day and just level over and over and over.
Yeah.
And then and test out shit, like all this stuff. I think
There's
can be
definitely
great.
something me and you have in common because I don't know.
Yeah.
This expansion, I think I did close to 100 runs on the beta.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like I said,
from 50 to 60.
from 50 to 60, yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
like
yeah,
I said,
did
I
it with
was
Spanish as well.
I was doing it without war mode, so
Yeah.
I was already at a disadvantage. But like I was doing it because I
Yeah.
like to be. I have my thing. I like to be in my guild. I like to be first.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah,
think that's fun as well.
that's my only goal that I set myself.
Killed first.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I do way too much prep for the because I don't think anyone else really in my guild tries super hard. So I put way
Yeah.
too much effort in, but I enjoy doing it, and I think that's the important part is having fun.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really fun as well.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps. But yeah, I think that's also like once we said before, that's also why a lot of people don't like doing this stuff because a lot of people don't like leveling like this.
Yeah.
I guess we used to have a kind of crazy brain.
I think it's
enjoying this.
Yeah, I think it's the grinding mentality. It's that I think it's a lot to do with people who like ARPGs, for example. You can push into ARPGs and you can just sit there and do the same content over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't affect.
Exactly.
You don't get bored. You can just do it over and over and over again. It's that grind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess that's kind of similar, actually. Yeah, I agree. It's true.
If you can sit there and grind, you're going to enjoy speedrunning, and you're going to enjoy pushing that, and it's pushing that bracket down and down and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish more people like to do like 10 to 50 and stuff because there's not really a lot of people who's doing it.
Well, do you have any advice on for how people could get into it if they don't know where to start? How you would push them to, because it is a little bit of an investment.
Yeah. Well, I can say go look at my channel and look at my routes.
Yeah.
Look at my vids and see how I'm playing the zones, and then start from that, and then you can see if you can maybe find another zone that's better, and then you just grind it out. Like do these runs, experiment with these zones. Watch my video with how I prep my runs, like with consumables and stuff. I have one of those on my channel. And that's a good starting point because that's partly why I like to do these videos as well, because I want other people to get into this because I think it's fun to have a competition.
Yeah.
So I'm basically just giving out all my tips so people can
compete. So it becomes so it actually becomes a leaderboard and people can overtake each other. And
yeah, for sure. So definitely there's also some other channels too that has like leveling guides.
I know Sheik has a fair bit on his channel about consumables and things like that.
He doesn't have that much now about leveling. I know we talked a bit. He's starting to like practice a bit of like 10 to 50 and stuff.
Yeah.
More recently as well, which is fun. But I don't think he has a lot uploaded now related to that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, then there is obviously like there's one Krakenlat is a YouTuber who has a bunch of leveling guides, which is really good. I think they're actually very good quality on them. And then we have like Harldan is a guy who's doing a lot of like speed leveling. And then we have Des Mephisto. He's had a bit of a break, but he's back now. He started streaming again. He's the guy who had the anniversary record before me in the 10 to 50 bracket.
He levels Warrior pretty well.
Levels Warriors and like DKs.
Yeah, he has like 50 Warriors or something silly.
Yeah. He's crazy.
Yeah.
And he got an item named after him as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool in Shadowlands.
Yeah, the gloves, I believe it was.
Yeah, some plate gloves.
Plate gloves.
So that was pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Does a lot of charity stuff as well.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. So basically what you would give as advice is to watch other runs and
yeah, and that's something that's like an advice I have, not just for like WoW speedrunning, but like no matter what you do when it comes to like not just gaming, even just anything in life. Like if there's something you want to get better at, a lot of people get the idea that they want to start doing that thing that they want to improve at, and they try to figure it out themselves. My idea is that you should watch the people that are the best at something, and then you try to copy what they do until you're also good at it. And as you go, when you have a good idea, then you can start experimenting. But like when you're new to something, you can skip so many steps of the improvement if you just try to mimic exactly what the best people do. I did this a lot when I was playing League of Legends a lot as well. I was just watching, like I was maining Riven back like 8 years ago, and I was literally just watching some Challenger Riven streamers on Twitch all the time. Like when I started playing her, I was watching them like a few hours every day, looking like how are they playing these matchups, how are they laning, how are they farming, how are they like how is their map movement, like all of that stuff. And then I started playing, and I just improved super fast with it because I was trying to do what the best people do instead of trying to figure out stuff myself. There's no point trying to figure out stuff that is already figured out, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that goes for anything. Some bit of life advice from me.
It's copy what other people have done and then improve upon that.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a very important thing.
Yeah.
If you're new to something, don't try to like create your own ideas with it instantly, because if you do that, you're gonna learn the thing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna learn it like in another way from the best people, and that's just gonna set you back. It's like, you know, the expression, I don't know if it works in English, that like you can't teach an old dog to sit or whatever. It's something like this.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you start doing something your way and then you realize that you don't get good at it, then you have to like go back and change all of these things and learn all the new, like learn everything like in a new way.
Yeah,
kind of. So yeah,
so you
I think that goes for everything.
You would definitely recommend people watching runs, and if you are interested, just try runs, basically.
Exactly. Like, of course, like you should of course try it out, but I think like when you try to improve on something, you should definitely try to see what the best people are doing.
Yeah, and try and mimic it.
Yeah, try to mimic that, and then once you have a good idea, then you can obviously try to change stuff. But yeah, pretty much that.
Sounds good. I did want to touch on, like we already touched on it slightly with when you've got the new expansions and things like that. Are you looking at things in like right now, like with the 9.2 stuff? Are you looking at 9.2 stuff and looking at ways that the items you can get now can help you with the leveling in the new expansion, or are you just basically looking for the best gear?
Well, right now I'm like, obviously I always keep an open mind to like if I get new toys and stuff, and see if I can potentially like use them in other zones than the new zones and stuff. But right now, pretty much all that's on my mind is just try to prep up my characters for the raid. Since I'm in a pretty good guild. Yeah, we're about world rank, like right now in heroic we're about like world rank 60 or 70 or something. but we did not kill Anduin just yet. A lot of people didn't though, so I guess
No,
it's not super weird.
he's really
And we
hard.
only had one evening. Yeah, we only had one evening on heroic Anduin, so and our main resto shaman could not come, so our elemental shaman had to spec resto and stuff like that. So we had a bunch of stuff against us there. We were really close. We were in the last phase, but we didn't quite get it. But yeah, we're usually ending up in the Hall of Fame, but we're only raiding 2 days a week, so we're obviously at a disadvantage there as well. But I think that's really nice because then I have time to do other stuff as well when we don't raid so much.
Like the speed running and
yeah, I used anything like speed running and try to focus a bit on YouTube as well, like making videos and stuff like this. Also play some other games. I like to vary it up a bit. Sometimes I like to play some League of Legends with my friends for fun as well.
Yeah.
And some other stuff. So yeah, definitely like it's nice to not just have to raid like 5 days a week. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm prepping for that. Just playing Mythic Plus, pushing PvP, making sure I set my characters up as good as possible for Mythic launch tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is tomorrow, right? It's Tuesday today.
It's Tuesday
right?
today. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, so today is for NA is the reset. That's gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna be watching Liquid progress.
Yeah, see how they do.
Yeah.
But in terms of like gear, are you looking at like, for example, would you be looking at Anima gear, the Anima vendor, for speed gear, so you can have a speed set for the new expansion, or do you think it's not worth having a speed set?
I think having like a speed set is definitely good for parts of the run. You not really like for specifically leveling itself, but like when you're like in a town, like there was, for example, at the start of Shadowlands, you had some quests in Oribos where you had to run around. Like in situation like this, it's good to equip some speed gear.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt to have a speed set in your bag.
Yeah.
So definitely good to have it, but I haven't really started thinking about it that much. Yeah. Obviously, we have like, I think probably this expansion is, or like the next expansion is probably gonna come out in like, yeah, I think it's probably gonna be around like, we're looking at like February, March next year. So like right now, I'm just focused on the raid, and once we're done with the Mythic progress, then I'm gonna be starting to like prep a bit. And then obviously we get to see the next expansion. They reveal it.
Next month.
April.
Yeah, 19th.
So that's gonna be really fun as well. Yeah, can't wait for that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah. So at the moment you're not really looking at how to push into the how to push the next expansion. You want to focus on the raid, and then
like obviously I always think about it a little bit about the next expansion race, but I'm really like, once we're done with progress, that's when I'm really gonna be looking at anything I can do to prep for it.
Yeah, get in the beta and start pushing runs and see if you can get that done quick.
Yeah, I just hope I get the beta fast. I think people who are in a Hall of Fame raiding guild usually gets it faster.
I think it's also account age.
Cutting edge in general.
I think it goes, but like because I've got in the beta nearly every time, and I haven't been in a cutting edge guild for a really long time.
Yeah, because I did not get the beta at all to Shadowlands. Like I literally got my beta from like a giveaway from some YouTuber.
Oh,
that's how I got the Shadowlands beta.
I think if I think it's to do with account like age and how long you've been subscribed.
Yeah, I don't really know, but as far as I know, I hear that people who are in Hall of Fame guilds or cutting edge guild, I don't know which one it is, but
yeah, they probably do have a priority
they get
on them.
Faster. Yeah, because then you can do all the raid testing as well.
Yeah,
which Blizzard value is pretty good. So I think like being in a Hall of Fame guild, I think usually you end up getting it pretty early, as far as I know.
Yeah, they probably have the characters that kill it, like the actual bosses on the Hall of Fame, like the characters that were there for the kill, and then they probably have them on a priority list.
Is anybody who has the cutting edge in a Hall of Fame guild, I guess. I think we have another question.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I can't think of much else to ask. I was going to open up questions to chat, if chat wants to ask any questions, but that's quite a good one. Do you play music when you speedrun?
I Well, I don't really play like speedy music and stuff. I usually have like super chill music. Obviously, it's kind of an issue with like now that I upload a lot of runs and stuff with the copyright.
The
Um,
MCAs.
and it's so like honestly, it's so hard to find good non-copyright music. Like, so I used to end up like taking whatever I can find, kind of. So it just then usually ends up being like some chill music in the background.
I don't.
But yeah, I like having music on when I
Yeah.
level. Otherwise, it gets really silent after a few
Yeah,
hours.
I was gonna say I don't promote them. Like I don't. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. But Pretzel Rocks is actually really good for the MCA free music for Twitch and YouTube. It's actually really good. It's got
I
a
should
really
check it
big
out
library. Yeah, that's
Okay, you can link it to me later
yeah. I
because
will.
I'm always searching for like
Yeah,
non-copyright
like
music.
there's two versions of it. Like you can pay for a version, which I do, and then you've got like a free version.
Okay.
It's
That's good.
it's
Yeah.
pretty like I thought it was a decent investment because I feel like music makes such a big difference on streams and YouTube videos
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
for sure.
Do you speedrun any other games, or is it just
Yeah,
WoW?
we
I
talked about
mentioned
this a
it
little bit
earlier.
earlier. So Garrus, I guess you weren't here for that, but no, I only speedrun WoW. I had a little period where I was speedrunning Minecraft as well, but I'd never finished any runs. I started like practicing a bit, but then I just kind of gave up. I went back to WoW. Um, it was kind of like at the dead time between two patches. I had all the records in WoW, and there was nothing to do, so I just like started experimenting a little bit with Minecraft. But I think mostly I just focus on WoW because I just love WoW. Like even in a state like this where a lot of people think the game is kind of bad, I think it's fun. Like I like WoW. I
Yeah,
always like WoW.
I would completely disagree. I think the game's in a very very good spot. I think class design and things like that is actually one of the best. I think there's a few niche cases. Like,
Oh, dude, you need to go into one arena. You're gonna change your mind.
I've been doing arena this week, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say my I play Windwalker though, so I play Windwalker in arena, so
Okay, well then
I'm
I
part of the
understand why you
problem.
enjoy the game. Yeah, then I understand why you like it.
Yeah, you can. The problem is I'm so squishy, I just disappear. I like.
Yeah, you really have to. Yeah, I played a bit of Windwalker as well in Shadowlands season 1. I'm gearing a Windwalker now as well on the
Yeah,
side a little bit.
the
That I'm gonna be
Kiefer's
leveling in next expansion.
plus
For
the
WordPress. Yeah, it's a bunch of
you,
like I hate this like Ret Palace, Windwalker monks, warriors, BM hunters. No, not BM hunters, survival hunters. That is the issue now.
yeah.
And like rogues, it's just cringe. And this
So
new
much.
resonator trinket is just
Yeah,
cringe.
it's so much damage from out of everyone.
Yeah. So we have more
Yeah.
questions.
Do you eat or drink? Like, I guess they're sort of combined. What do you eat or drink when you
Yeah.
speedrun? Do you have anything? Do you try to?
I usually just drink water when I'm speedrunning. I usually don't eat while speedrunning. But I usually drink water. But I do like sometimes like energy drinks as well.
Yeah.
If I do some run like early in the morning or something, then I'll have like my morning coffee with me, of course. But like if I do it like in the afternoon or like evening or in the night, I usually just have a glass of water. Like I usually just drink water when I'm playing. Like sometimes I drink coffee, sometimes I make like hot chocolate. It's pretty nice as well. Sometimes I get some tea, but normally I just drink water pretty much. But I like energy drinks as well.
Do you plan pee breaks ahead of time? Bio breaks.
Oh yeah, it was a fun thing that a guy commented, by the way, as with that question. So one guy commented like, "Bro, do you ever use the bathroom? Because in my 6 hour 45 minute 1 to 60 run, I did not go to the toilet a single time." So he noticed this, but basically like, no, I don't. Like I kind of plan it like in the world first races because you don't know exactly how long everything is gonna take in the end. Um, then I know like okay, at this time I'm on a fly path. Then I can go AFK for like 1 minute
Yeah.
without losing any time. So I kind of do that stuff, but like normally like in the retail runs, like when I do like 10 to 50, that takes less than 4 hours, and if I just go like pee before the run, then
Yeah.
that's just fine, kind of. Then I usually can hold it.
I
I
guess.
usually don't need to pee that much unless I like drink a liter of water every hour or something.
Yeah, I guess my run of 14 hours, where I didn't even stand up for the 14 hours, was pretty bad.
Oh god. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's. I thought the 7 hour run was kind of long that I did. I think 14 hours would be. So you
Yeah.
didn't even go AFK a single time in that run.
No, no.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
I need to be
do
able
you
to do
drink anything at
Gorgrond.
all?
Yeah, I have drink by my desk. I keep it all on my desk.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Yeah, that's 14 hours without the break. Damn.
Yeah. It's not healthy. But that's why, because like I said, I had issues with when I did my run with Gorgrond and stuff like that I can't actually do.
Yeah.
Gorgrond is a huge issue for my
Yeah, definitely
run.
is.
Gorgrond is such an efficient zone, and the fact that I
Yeah.
can't do it, like I lag out. I don't. It's weird to explain. I don't actually lag out. I just can't.
No, I know
things.
what it is. I've had
yeah.
I have had the issue before, but
So
only like once or twice.
I have to fly over to Spires of Arak. Actually, that's a pretty good question.
I think it's probably like, honestly, I think you should probably go on level 30 if the VOD, if Gorgon doesn't work. You could
Yeah.
also just go Legion on like level 30 or something.
Yeah.
And just do like you do Valcheran High Mountain.
I still
those are
don't
not
think.
slow.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's ever gonna keep up with Gorgrond. Gorgrond's just
No. But I mean,
efficient.
if you cannot, yeah. But I mean, like, if you can't do Gorgon, instead of like trying to do another zones for
Yeah.
no reason in like Warlords of Draenor, I think it's better to just like make
Skip
another
it.
route, right?
Skip
Yeah,
Warlords
just make another
altogether.
route.
It's just the intro
Yeah.
bit is quite good XP as well.
The intro is pretty good, but like the real reason to why you do VOD is Gorgon. Like that is the big reason for it. That you use full clear Gorgon pretty much, and get like 8 levels.
It's
Pretty good.
Not from chat, but it made me think. Do you plan a specific time? Like, do you think that this will be a good time? Like, for example, because war mode is a thing, do you pick specific times to do your runs to avoid?
Yes, I do. I always do my 10 to 50 and like 1 to 60 and stuff in the evening, or like in the night, I mean. Because basically, like, what I was planning normally when I do my runs as a monk is I'm playing around the daily reset time.
Mm-hmm.
So I do my run, I start my run so I can do the daily monk quest that pops up in like the monk area. I can do that twice.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the first one a bit earlier, at around like level 30, and then I plan it so I do the other daily at like level 42 or something, like an hour later.
Yeah.
So plus the obvious fact that there's less people playing in the night, so there's less like there's higher chance of rares are up, stuff like that.
So you just think it's better to run at night because you get the daily resets. Like, there's multiple reasons to run around that.
Yeah.
So that you hit Shadowlands at around 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, before 2 a.m. so that you can get that 2 a.m. reset.
Yeah.
Sorry,
exactly.
It's 2 a.m. for me. I don't know if it's 2 a.m. for you. I don't know if it's.
No, the reset it's 9 a.m. or 8
Is it
in my time. Yeah, like the morning reset, like the daily quest reset.
Oh, I thought it was at 2. I thought the world quests reset at 2.
No, it's the world quest has more timers. Like, I think world quest reset like 4 times, or like every like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
But like dailies reset at 8 in the morning, depending if it's winter time or summertime. It's 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I'm playing around. But I realize more and more that I think it's better to just go in as deep in the middle of the night as possible.
So there's less horde and.
So there's less people.
Yeah.
So
less
yeah,
likely to hit the Gorgrond issues and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like if you do it during, like, I've leveled during the day as well, and it's like it's just so much people in
there's
like
a
Elvin.
lot of
There's
rares.
No rares. There's no rares alive in like Elvin, Redridge, Duskwood. But like when I go at like 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m. It's way easier to like find everything, all the rares, and it definitely helps.
Do you use splits for
Uh,
your timers?
No, I should probably do it. I should probably add that eventually, but um, because that would help out. Like if I know that the run is like dead, but
Mm-hmm.
pretty much every time I've done like a long speed run, it's been an improvement over the previous one.
Yeah.
So I like at this point, I don't think it's needed since I'm always improving and improving and improving. But once we get to like a state where not every run is an improvement and stuff kind of like has to align and I need to play really, really, really well, at that point, then splits is definitely good because if I see after like 30 minutes that I'm like 2-3 minutes behind, then it's
You
probably
can just
then
restart.
I'm probably not gonna then it's probably not gonna be an improvement.
Yeah.
But like as it is right now, I think like if I go into 10 to 50 now, so my previous best time is 3 hours and 55 minutes. If I would go in now, I would probably do it in like 3:35. I think that's a good aim time.
Yeah. What spec do you main at the moment in raids?
I main Hunter. I play both MM and BM. Um, but I'm also playing a lot of Demon Hunter. I used to main my Demon Hunter, and maybe there's a bit of room for my DH to come into some raids this patch because we have 3 hunters in the raid in the guild right now, and hunters are not looking that good compared to like melees in general.
I was going to say
Um,
this raid seems very melee friendly.
yeah, but then again, we don't know that yet because the 3 last bosses are not out yet. Like all it takes is like Jailer to be super melee unfriendly, and boom,
Yeah.
then the other bosses doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Then boom, you just have to gear up range people.
Yeah.
So that's the issue that we can't know yet. And obviously we don't have 4 set yet. We don't have double legendary.
There's
So we're
loads
not
of variables. Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually got
there
my 2 set,
might
but
be. Wait, you have 2 sets?
yeah, I got lucky.
Oh, yeah. We have a rogue in our guild who has double mythic Sylvanas daggers, and 2 set,
Yeah.
and she is pumping.
Yeah, it's
It's
huge.
kind of ridiculous how
Uh,
much damage.
I'm a
she does
tank,
give.
so it's even worse that one of our
Oh,
DPS
that's a
didn't get it.
waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well, at
have.
least I can trade it now.
Yeah, the only I have gotten 1 item on my hunter, and I've killed 7 heroic bosses and 8 normal bosses.
Yeah, we
Got
did.
1 item, and that's a ring, a
Yeah,
heroic ring with like kinda meh stats.
yeah, we did.
That's all I've gotten from the first boss.
We
That's the
did.
only item I got.
I think we did 3 heroic and 7 normal. We missed the
Okay,
Anduin.
yeah.
We left Anduin because we left. We wanted to push the heroic and then left normal a little bit late, so we didn't get to push quite as far as we wanted.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did some actually like some split run sort of things like on normal.
Yeah,
We have, because obviously we don't want to do normal apart from the tier bosses, so
yeah,
we made like a little split sort of thing. So we killed the normal tier bosses only on our alts, so we can get tier from the vault, so we can play with those alts again
yeah.
and like trade it
Trade
potentially to
it.
the mains.
Yeah.
And then we also have a lockout with only the tier bosses
Up
on normal, so we
alive.
can go in
Yeah,
on our, so we don't have to clear the non-tier bosses, so we
yeah.
save time. And then so we're just gonna do those, head straight into heroic and mythic,
I guess that
hopefully clear like
approach.
2 mythic bosses fast.
I guess that
Yeah.
approach is like a speedrun approach, like where you get to push,
Yeah.
like where you're trying to optimize the run to make sure you can get as much done in a short period of time.
Yeah, I mean we kind of have to, because like we're all like very competitive players in this guild. Like I swear, some of the players in my guild, even though we're like rank 290, is like some of the absolute best people in the world on their classes. But and we're the kind of like hub that these people ends up being in, that all only want to raid 2 days a week.
They don't want to make
Because
that commitment to the.
they don't want to raid like 4 or 5 days a week, even though they probably could if they applied.
Yeah.
Like we have people who's like some like rank 1 logs world on like on some classes from like last patch and stuff, like top 5 world logs. Like we have some insane people in this guild.
Yeah.
So everybody's like competitive by nature. So we kind of have to like optimize how we use our time in the raids. When we only raid like about 7 hours per week.
Yeah.
So we
You've
just
got
have
to
to
be
make the
efficient
best.
with that
Yeah.
time. It
Yeah.
is the speedrun approach, because
Yeah, we kind of have to do it.
if you have less
Otherwise, we're
run,
fucked.
yeah,
Because we also all feel that like since we got Hall of Fame 2 tiers in a row, we want to get it again. So
yeah.
everybody obviously want to work hard for it. So we would try to optimize hard
Has it ever
so
been
we
a
can get all of it.
problem for your guild that you want to speedrun?
No, I mean I only do this in my free time anyway. And since we only raid like 2-3 days a week, like it's basically at the start of a patch we do 2 days mythic, 1 day heroic, and then like after a few weeks we stop doing
Drop
the
the
heroic
heroic,
run.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's not like if I was in like Liquid or Echo or something, and I wanted, and I was saying like, "Yo, I sorry, I can't raid today. I need to go speed run now. It's Dark Moon Fire up." Like they would, like these situations don't really happen, right?
You'll be bye. You're not here anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Like, but I would never do that too. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
like I play the game. I started playing WoW in like 2006 when I was like 10 years old, and I've always loved the game since then. Like this speedrunning thing is just a more recent thing I started with that I think is really really fun. So it's something I kind of do when I don't have anything else to do in the game. Like, but obviously I want to do it more as well. But when there's a new patch like this, obviously I might
Yeah.
not do a lot of speedruns. I want to make sure I do anything I can
The
to
priorities
help out the
are
guild,
different.
yeah, stuff like this. Do all the mythic plus I need,
Yeah.
do all the PvP I need, show up for the raids, study on the tactics
Mize
and my
joined your
class,
channel.
find out what's the best talents, conduit, like covenant,
Mhm.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. There was. I did have another question. Oh, sorry, it's gone. It was. Do you think if you had the opportunity, would you like to potentially turn this into something that becomes a bit more full time? Like you said, you're committed to your raid team and things like that, but would you like to push the speed running and things like that so that you actually become sort of like a go-to for the WoW speedrunning community? Because I feel like
100%.
that's like, I know we have people like Des Mephisto and things like that, but like you said, he's been very absent for quite a while. Do you feel like we could push that? We need someone who is a central hub towards that to try and push it to the next level, because it feels like it has that next level and it's just not quite there yet.
Yeah, like 100%. That's what I would want to do, and there's a lot of stuff I have planned, and some stuff I've been in talks with some people about some stuff. Can't say anything, but there's stuff I'm interested in doing, and I would love to get some stuff done, to really be that kind of like hub for speed leveling and help reach out to everybody who wants to level new characters, who are interested in getting into speedrunning. Just make sure that I can be the guy you want to watch if you want to learn how to level your alts faster. Because a lot of people, like some people want to do it for the speedrunning aspect, but some people just want to level their alts up faster. So you can do like mount farms and stuff like this. So definitely I wanna get some stuff like this done, and I have a lot of ideas about what I wanna do.
It's
We're
definitely
gonna see what the future brings, but there's a lot of stuff I would love to bring out there, and really hope I can get a bit bigger on YouTube. Gonna keep pumping out content and stuff like this.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
So definitely keep an eye on the space.
Definitely keep an eye on Chaoswithin on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, we got more questions.
Yeah. Are there separate lists for different classes on the leaderboard?
Not for retail. There is for classic. In classic, it's a big thing, like 1 to 10 druid, 1 to 10 priest, 1 to 10 shaman, etc. But in retail, there are only like 1 to 10 heirlooms, 1 to 10 no heirlooms, 1 to 10 heirlooms with mailing and stuff like this.
It's one of those that I feel like it feels like it should be a bit more like, again, subcategories that we need, because like if you want to do 1 to 60, as you pointed out to me, you have to be monk. You have to play monk.
I mean, it's fun. Like, it's nice that you mentioned this because it's very funny. Like, I think there could potentially be other classes that is better. You know, like there could be someone who's insane at like mage, and he knows exactly how to play mage and how to level with mage. You know, there could be that. Like right now, I guess people think monk is the best just because I have the record and I'm doing it as monk.
Yeah.
But like I'm the only one who's leveling as monk. Nobody else does this.
No,
I definitely do think it's best, but you never know because like I know how to play monk pretty well. No good like mage has done a run. No good like some other classes have done runs. Like no good DH has done a run. You know, like
yeah.
potentially other classes could be better. I kind of settled for monk because I feel like they have all the things that are best.
And they have access
But
to the
yeah,
Peak of
but we
Serenity.
exactly. But the thing is, like, we can't know for sure, like, exactly how much better monk is, or if maybe like mage might be better because we have not seen a high level like mage speedrun, for example. And I'm
Yeah.
not a high level mage. Like, I've tried leveling with a mage, and I think it's really good, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, you get the thing, right? Like, we don't know for sure what's best, and I think you could probably do a mage faster than 3 hours and 51 minutes,
Yeah.
like 10 to 50 for sure, if you're really really good. But yeah, it's kind of like I do think monk is best, but at the same time it's like we don't know for sure if every other class is like out the window
Yeah.
because because people haven't experimented
I
enough
was
with
gonna
other
say
classes.
I tried Druid, and Druid
Yeah,
feels like I should have gone Feral, but I tried leveling as Moonkin, and you just don't get access to your AoE early enough, which I
yeah.
think is important. I think it's the classes that get access to the AoE very early that are gonna do
Yeah,
well.
like I agree. I think druid is very good for like world first races, like when you're already max level with good
Yeah,
gear.
and then you can chain
uh
pull, and Moonkin can just pop
yeah,
Starfall and
you
tag
have all your
everything.
AoE. Yeah, but like when you level from level 1 or level 10, I like, because I've done a full run up to 50. I leveled a bit into Shadowlands as a moonkin, and I think it's just too slow early. Like
You don't get
don't get
Starfall till
anything. You don't kill
42.
anything. Like you can't AoE early. You kill
Yeah,
stuff super slow. Like as a monk, I can kill stuff in like 3 globals on like level 15. As a druid, of the 3 globals, I just put the dots up on the mobs, and they're still
yeah,
like 90% HP. It's like you just kill stuff way slower, and you have about the same mobility, if not even worse, than a monk, for
yeah,
example.
yeah. Well, if
So yeah, it's interesting.
yeah, but you would currently put Monk as your number one, 100%.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I definitely think monk is
if
the
you had to
best.
pick a second,
I think maybe demon hunter. Like the thing
yeah,
is, I want to try leveling a demon hunter from like 10 to 50 or
yeah,
something, but the issue is you can't because they start on level 8 and they have the demon hunter starting zone.
mm-hmm,
I really wish they made demon hunters like start on level 10 and have the demon hunter starting zone like optional, because it would be so fun to
yeah,
like try it. But I might do it just for science, like sometimes just try how fast I can do it, because demon hunter is the class I can play the best as a person.
yeah.
So I would really like to like try to do a speed run with that.
It has all the cool
Um,
tech as well. Like Demon Hunter
yeah,
has all the like glide and stuff like that.
yeah. Like the glide stuff is not doesn't matter that much. I think the only big thing that is about Demon Hunter is like the double jump and like being able to like wall climb and stuff,
Yeah,
because you can't do that on like Monk. But apart from that,
yeah,
like Monk kit is pretty much identical.
yeah. It's the double jump and the glide that
Yeah,
carry the Demon Hunter.
like the glide thing is like as a
On
Demon Hunter, if you're speed leveling, you always have Goblin gliders anyway because that's
Yeah,
faster.
it's
So
only if you
like the
can
glide
abuse
doesn't
it.
really matter that much. Yeah, like the gliding is only like good to like dodge fall damage, and like
Well, you
if you're just
can.
running on the spot, you move faster if you double jump glide.
Yeah,
than
you
if you just walk
can
normally.
you can
So
also
stuff like that.
hold the momentum from glide as well,
Yeah.
which is again, but it's like again that's max level stuff with like falling flame and stuff like that, being able to hold momentum to go very fast across zones. You can't do that if it's a new character.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the thing. Like with Monk and Demon Hunters, like they're so similar classes. Like
Yeah,
they both have an AoE stun. They both have an in-cap CC. They both have like 2 charges of like roll or fell rush, and they both have like an additional mobility spell. Like DH has the vengeful retreat. Monk has the flying serpent kick. It's like they both have like good AoE.
yeah,
It's like they're so similar classes. Like they both have a debuff. Monk has physical debuff. Demon Hunter has magic debuff.
and they're both
Stuff like
very
that.
they're very front weighted damage as well. They're very
Yeah, they're both leather.
yeah,
It's like they're just so similar. I,
yeah.
I really like both these classes. But yeah, I would like to try to do some speedrunners at DH just to see like roughly how fast I can do it. But I do think Monk is better
Better, yeah.
because DH don't have the TP as well to Stormwind or like to the Peak of
Exactly,
Serenity.
yeah. The Peak of
That's
Serenity
also a thing.
TP is huge.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference on race? Like,
Raise. I think like race matters a lot. Like for example, you have my favorite is like Dark Iron
yeah.
because you get like pretty much a flat like 2-3 minutes save after you turn on Chromie time on level 42 and you go to Loc Modan or
Hmm.
like Dan Morog. You just teleport with the racial
Yeah.
mole machine. Um, I think Night Elf is really good as well because they have Shadow Meld and a lot of time you get like combat bug, so you can't mount. Shadow Meld is so good for that, so you can just Shadow Meld and mount up.
Yeah.
Is really good as well. And then on Horde, obviously you have like the Vulpera with the make tent, make camp thing.
Yeah.
Um, I think there's a lot of like
Good
different
races.
stuff you can do with different races. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my favorite is Dark Iron for sure. And
Dark
I
Iron
also like
seems
you
very
have the
strong.
yeah you have the passive that you're faster indoors, a few percent
Yeah.
faster indoors. You also have the 2 minute CD uh, damage cooldown on Dark Iron Dwarf that you can use together with your Xuan over level 40 and just completely demolish mobs.
But then
I love Dark Iron Dwarf. They're
if
great.
you're Dark Iron, you're limiting what categories you can do. You can't do the 1 to 60. You have to do the
Exactly. Yeah.
10 to 60.
Yeah. So like in my 1 to 60, I played human, and human is not good. Like the only reason I played
Yeah.
human was because like I was kind of like winging it, right? Like I choose human because that was the closest to go to Darkmoon Fair, so I could just
Yeah.
start getting the top hats early. And I think like doing Exile's Reach when you're doing a speedrun like that is
Yeah.
probably not optimal. If I did Exile's Reach, I could have been Night Elf.
Hmm.
But the issue then is you can't send a mailbox, so you would have to do the entire zone with no elemental force enchant on your heirloom weapons, no draft of 10 lands for the first 10 levels, no what's it called? Yeah, like no consumables of any
Yeah.
kind. You just have to go all with unenchanted heirlooms and stuff. Um, but I'm gonna have to like weigh the advantages of like both things. But I think Night Elf would be the race I would go
Yeah.
if like 1 to 60 and stuff.
Yeah. So do you think the starting zone matters?
Um, sorry, I used to read the chat.
Yeah.
My raid leader is inside the chat now. The starting zones. Well, I think Exile's Reach, or not. I think Exile's Reach is the best starting zone.
Yeah.
It's way faster than like other starting zones. Um, but I think it's just like the thing with like if you have Darkmoon Fair and stuff, like you can't send any items to Exile's Reach. Um, so it's kind of like apart from that, I would say dude, like Worgen is like the best starting zone though, up to 10, like no cap. But the problem is then you're stuck in the Worgen zone and you have to finish it.
Yeah.
I'm still like not sure. I think human is just the best, but that's usually because I end up leveling in Elven Forest and I have a lot of like versatile little things, like ways I can like change the route around if I need extra XP, if I need to take away some XP, and like stuff like this. So I use like Elven. But Exil's Reach for sure is the fastest zone.
Yeah.
The only issue is that you can't send any items.
Yeah. So would
I
you
don't
say,
think it's sorry.
like, for example, because I did Night Elf, is it not enough to go from? Is the speed not enough? Like, do you not gain by going Night Elf enough because you can teleport straight to Darkmoon Fair from Darnassus?
Yeah, I know you can teleport like from there, but then you have to like go to Darkmoon Fair, right? Or no, then you have to go to Darnassus first, right?
So do you think that flight point's too much of a time loss for the game that you would gain by playing Night Elf?
Yeah, like I think also the gain with Night Elf is like really like it's RNG kind of. You don't know if you're gonna need to Shadow Meld to like drop combat. Like you don't know if you're gonna get combat bugs. So I think like because obviously like if you can save like 2-3 minutes, this is legit like a level at some points of the run. It's like so if you're spending all the time on a flight path getting 0 experience, that's like the thing. Like it's definitely some stuff you have to like weigh of how you would do it optimally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's good. But maybe the Night of Zone is good. I have not leveled it in a while. But I don't think it's that good though. It's a lot of travel.
I was gonna say I've done it. There's a lot of rares. I must admit there was a lot of rares.
I know that. I actually tried it. Like I don't know if you remember. I think it was in Legion. Where you could download an add-on to like Realm Hop. You just join random groups like Realm Hop, and you could level with like you go to a rare, you kill it, then you join a group on another server, kill it again, then join another server, kill it again. So you can kill the same rare like 5 times or something in like a minute, and then you get like a level or something. Like I remember doing that in the Night Elf area. Just for fun. So, but obviously you can't do that anymore. Like if you wanna hop to another realm phase, you have to be in. They have to be in the same zone as you.
Okay.
So yeah, can't do that anymore. But I think maybe Night Elf is something I've considered it, but I haven't really like tried to optimize that zone. I'm not sure.
So maybe when the rating's down, and it could be something to look at.
Yeah, definitely could be nice to try it out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you want to add anything.
I don't know anything right now. It's been some nice talks.
Yeah.
I enjoy talking about speedrunning.
I was gonna say
about this stuff.
I enjoy it, and if you've got things going on in the community and you want someone who's, I'm like I wouldn't mind being involved. Like I enjoy like even though my run was complete and pointless.
You just gotta do it again, do it
better.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like I want to do another run. I want to get better, and I enjoy speedrunning. I used to run Final Fantasy 12 as a speed run,
nice.
and I used to actually be pretty good at that one. I wasn't anywhere near the top of the leaderboards. It was a very, very long run. It was like 12, 13-hour run.
Yeah.
If not more, sometimes. But like I used to enjoy running it. So if there are a community building, I wouldn't mind being part of that community and pushing it up.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, let's see what the fuck is my rated is saying now. What tips do you have for the people wanting to beat World Champ? You cannot beat World Champ. Like World Champ is like the best monk in the world. And World Champ, by the way, that is my Panda monk with like 220 eye level, by the way, which I try to ask people to boost me in dungeons on. That I'm gonna be gearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, people wanting to beat World Champ, that the response to that is you can't. World Champ is used World Champ.
That's why he's called World Champ.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's called World Champ.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
What I would say is if you want to drop your Twitch and your YouTube in chat, and I'll add them to the comments, because this is going to be a YouTube video, I'm going to post it on YouTube, and I'll post and things like
Yeah,
that.
for
So if
sure.
you want to drop that, I'll also drop it in the comments on the
I
YouTube.
mean, it's pretty much just my YouTube, I guess, because I don't stream on Twitch anymore. Maybe I'll start
Are
again
you
later.
gonna? I was gonna say,
People can definitely follow me if they want. But when I'm streaming nowadays, I do it I do it on YouTube instead.
but yeah,
So I keep everything in the same spot, kind of. My videos on YouTube, my streams are on YouTube, kind of like keeping it all together.
but yeah,
Yeah, should I drop it in the chat?
yeah. Drop it in the chat, and
Let's go.
I'll drop the link in the video as well. Yeah,
Boom, there you go. Chaoswithin X.
yeah.
Bam.
Make sure
There
you
you have it.
subscribe and whatnot, and follow.
Definitely.
Two
I'm
different.
working to get to yeah, if there's anybody here who's not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love if you wanted to subscribe to my YouTube, because I'm trying to get partner there, and you need 1,000 subs for it.
Yeah.
And I'm at like 740 this morning. Getting dude, thanks so much, man. Thanks so much, Ryan Idpill. So yeah, getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's
Great
definitely
things are coming.
like your YouTube. I struggle with YouTube.
Yeah, it's hard. I just got blessed by the algorithm getting so much people coming around.
Twitch is so much easier to start on. YouTube takes a lot
the other
more.
way around. I think it's the other way around. Nobody will ever like. That's the thing I noticed with Twitch is like, it's impossible. You literally cannot get found if you're sitting on like one viewer. Literally, nobody will ever find you.
You need friends. Like, I think Twitch is easier if you've got friends to help you out.
Yeah, like, but the thing is as well, like you just need to like, because I had like a period where I was sitting on like 30-40 viewers on Twitch, which was during the Shadowlands beta.
Yeah.
Because I was like posting stuff on YouTube and was like active in like some communities, telling I was going for world first, I'm gonna share my entire route, and then people got interested and came over. But it's like, if you want to get big on Twitch, you need marketing from other places. Like, if you're just streaming with one viewer, nobody will ever find you. Like,
it's hard.
And that's why I also went to YouTube, because you just have to, like, I guess you have to learn the algorithm on YouTube, right? Like, you have to learn what stuff could have a chance to pop up, and then you just gotta pray that you're lucky and you get some people popping in there. And then also, like, if you have a high quality video, you can like share it around as well.
Yeah.
And eventually maybe it's gonna get a bunch of viewers.
That's
like
the bit. That's the bit that's hard with YouTube. It's the making the high quality videos. It's way more dedication than just like a streamer. I can put a lot of effort into it, making myself like speak well and like making it interesting for people. But it's very hard when like it's hard to actually make a video. Like that's got to look polished. Very polished.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
I completely agree. Like, I'm so bad at editing. I was like, so I made this video with like my tips for like add-ons, items, and stuff like this, and I was literally sitting like for like 14 hours editing it, and that video is like 9 minutes long.
Yeah,
it took like fucking over 10 hours.
Yeah,
it's so hard to like get into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's like it's fun. It's fun to do it, and it feels really good when you get done with a video.
And especially when it gets good feedback.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Like all the good comments. But I think it's kind of fun too. You get a lot of get a lot of hate comments on YouTube. It's really funny. But mostly people flaming retail. They're saying retail sucks and classic is better.
Yeah, but
and that the wreckage doesn't count because it's retail.
They don't know what they're talking about.
I think it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's to each their own. I enjoy retail. A bunch of other people do it. So, I mean, they just let us have our fun.
Yeah, it's again, like you said, each
like
to their own.
Speedrunning as well. Yeah, I like classic speedrunning, but I don't like to do it. But I like watching some people. Like, there's a bunch of people I've watched their streams. Like, you have like Tommy Salami, you have Arleus, you have Joker D.
Yeah, Joker got world first, right?
Yeah, I think he got world first in classic, but not in PBC. He's great. They have like a bunch of other people.
This is the thing. It's such a small community, but like it's really tight knit. Like they're all pretty like really nice people.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I think it's awesome. Like I've talked to a bunch with multiple of the speedrunners, both in like classic and retail, and a lot of people are really fun. Everybody's just passionate, like
Yeah.
everybody just loves it. Everybody enjoys it. Just like to play the game fast, it's nice. I like it. Really fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I know you've got stuff you need to do because of patch reset and
Yeah, I'm just sitting here fucking hating my life that I'm gonna have to do like 3 more keys on my DH, which
yeah.
is undergeared, and I need to do fucking Tasavesh streets in time for score, so I can like easily get Keystone Master on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I want to get 2.1k in arena on both my hunter and my demon hunter. My hunter is like 1950. My DH is my hunter is 1950 and my DH is like 1900.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Gonna do all I can, but we never know.
Well,
So, yeah.
I hope you. Well, I guess wish you all the best of luck with that, and hope that
Thank you.
you get the 2.1k and your dungeons done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope so too. And then I want to watch Liquid. Who do you think is gonna win the race?
Huh?
Echo or Liquid?
Echo are the better team.
Yeah, that might be true. Like you never know though. Like everybody is recruiting new people every patch. Like,
Yeah, but
I think
that's the
maybe Liquid will have the advantage with resets and stuff.
yeah, but Echo
Never know.
they're such a tight knit team. They work so well together. Like that's the thing. I think it's the communication and things like that. Like the only advantage I see Liquid having is Max. Max is a massive asset.
Yeah, but they have so good players as well, and it's just so fun to watch them. Like
Yeah,
it's so wholesome. Like when they play Limit, like or Liquid, they're just so chill. They're having chill conversations. They just enjoy
yeah.
playing the game with the boys. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I think
I would say I'm probably on team Liquid here,
I,
but
I think
I definitely think it's very close.
yeah, I think Liquid, like
It's
I
hard
said,
to
I
know.
think Liquid have a massive asset in Max. Max is
Yeah.
huge, but like because his calling and his like raid leading
Yeah.
is second to like none. He
Yeah,
just
Echo has Scribe, which is pretty
Yeah.
equal as well.
yeah, but Max just seems to be able to make on the fly decisions so quick, and they're always usually the correct decision.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait
Yeah.
to watch it. It's gonna be fun.
it
See who's
definitely
gonna win.
will be.
I'm just curious to see the last 3 bosses. Like
I
what they're
like the
about.
fact they've done that. I really like the fact they hid the last 3. It's going
mean,
back
I'm
when
just scared because they might be super overtuned or bugged or undertuned. I'm really scared. I feel like
undertuned
this
is going to
usually
be
what happens.
disappointing.
Yeah, man, it's kind of like a Kel'Thuzad Mythic situation, like right, like Kel'Thuzad Mythic in Sanctum of Domination was so easy.
I was so
for being the
disappointed
second to
with
last
that.
boss.
I was so, yeah,
So
but
easy.
I was so disappointed. Like I felt like they abused mechanics,
Yeah,
and Blizzard okayed it. They should have just like I had the opinion they should have just despawned Sylvanas and made them wait
with
a reset.
Sylvanas.
Well, when they killed KT using the trinket
KT.
resets.
I mean, I don't think that's like honestly that's not really the issue. I think the issue.
Oh,
is
it was an easy
that
kill
was so
afterwards as
underrated.
well.
Like, it's like KT was like it's legit like a 20 pull boss. Like compare
Yeah.
that to like Stone Legion last patch. Like Stone Legion was like 100. Like we killed it in about 120 pulls.
Didn't the top guild have like 380 pulls or something? Like it was like a
Stone
huge,
Legion.
yeah, it was a huge amount of
Yeah,
pulls.
but it was also like they had to like nerf it. It was bugged
Yeah,
or something. Yeah, no, it wasn't bugged. It was more like it was the mechanics were like random, which
Yeah.
mechanics was gonna come.
and
So
it's
they had to
very
change
hard
that.
to yeah,
So you could never know. You couldn't like prepare. You had to prepare for like 4
everything.
different mechanics every time.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's why they had so much. But after the nerfs, like we killed it after the first nerf, and we took about 120 wipes or something.
yeah. We never
But yeah,
killed
Kel'Thuzad,
Stone
like,
Legion.
like Kel'Thuzad like 20 wipes. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it was just way too easy. They needed to make it harder. I think it was a disappointment for everybody, and it was also 100% reliant on the people going into the soul, like like after you kill KT, like the people going into the phylactery. Because like we were all just standing out there praying that our boomkins were not gonna fail, and we're just standing there waiting.
All the weight on the chickens,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah. So disappointing boss. I think at least one boss of the three last bosses in this raid is gonna be similar to this. There's gonna be
there's going to be one that's
but-
going to be undertuned,
Yeah.
like what's it called, Lithiadium or whatever his name is.
the tier
I know
boss.
they're buffing him, but
Yeah, he was really easy as well.
I felt like he didn't do anything.
Yeah, he was. I think we one shot him on heroic as well.
Yeah, we never got to, like, we only killed 3 bosses on heroic, but like on normal,
Oh, yeah.
literally walked in. We wiped once because we didn't know what the ad did if we left it alive, and it blew up and killed everyone. But then you go in, you kill the ad, and it was like, oh, he now does nothing. Like, I think one of our healers said that they could have solo healed the fight because there was so little damage going out.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I hope it's gonna be better on Mythic at least.
Yeah, it should be interesting. It's going to be an interesting week.
Yeah, but I think, like, apart from Anduin, I think the heroic difficulty levels were really good.
Really high.
Yeah,
I
you
felt
had
like it was...
Yeah, because you had some bosses that took a few pulls, but like, and were probably really hard for a lot of guilds. But I think it was fun. Like
yeah.
For example, we had like, I think we had like 4 wipes or 3 wipes on Halondra's heroic. We had like, I think like 5 or 6 on the Pantheon boss.
Yeah.
Which we had like, and then we had like, I think like 2 wipes on Artificier. So it was like, it is a bit of a mix, like nothing too hard, but definitely like
the tuning
really hard.
seems really hard. Yeah, we like, compared to last tier, we found it a lot more difficult than last tier. Last tier, I think heroic we went through pretty quick, whereas this one,
it was with Sylvanas last tier. Sylvanas was like only like
I feel like I was gonna say, I feel like heroic Sylvanas was like, even like high end guilds before, even I think they nerfed her. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but even before,
I think they nerfed her second week. Like, we were really close to killing her week 1. On heroic Sylvanas as well, but we would have to extend the raid to do it, and
it's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
Everybody needs breaks. We can't raid like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
No point. So yeah. But I kind of like it when the bosses are hard, but I would also
so
kind of
much
like it
better
to kill them week 1.
Yeah, but it's better when they're a bit of a challenge. The thing is, if nobody else... It's similar to speedrunning. If no one else has done it, then it's not a problem. It's when somebody else has done it, then it's like a challenge. And that means you want to do it. It has that same...
But I think Anduin is a fun fight. Like, he's a bit overtuned on heroic,
after
the nerfs, but he's so fun.
We only pulled it once on normal.
Oh.
And I had no idea. We didn't even say any tactics or anything like that. We literally just pulled it and just winged it. He did Sank and killed like 4 people. It was fun.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, like, I think this raid is great. I think a lot
really
of the are really fun. I'm really looking forward to Mythic to progress that. It's gonna be fun to see what's gonna happen.
It's gonna be a fun raid.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be streaming some of it as well, some of the progress.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be great.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's probably a good point to end. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. I really appreciated it. And
yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I always like podcasts. It's fun to chat about like fun topics. It's awesome.
Go off on tangents every now and then, and
exactly.
Just like, chat basically.
A bit about random stuff. I like it. It's awesome. So thank you for inviting me to this.
Yeah, no problem. And
I hope this podcast keep going well. And you get some fun people to come on in the future as well.
Well, if you know anyone that wouldn't mind having a chat about pretty much anything, I'm generally keeping it WoW related, but it doesn't have to be. But yeah, if you've got anyone, just let me know, and I'll speak to them and see if they want to.
Yeah, I'll let you know for sure.
Yeah,
I can think of someone.
But yeah, it was really fun.
Awesome.
And
yeah, definitely. Likewise, it was great.
Yeah. If you've got stuff going on in the community, definitely keep me informed and whatnot. And
absolutely, I'll let you know if stuff happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Well, thanks a lot, and chat. follow the channel, follow Roguery, follow me,
Yeah, follow
and
everyone.
follow everyone. So yeah, and I'll thank you so much for inviting me. Like I said, and good luck to your guild in this patch as well, and
Yeah,
good luck to you if
you
you're gonna
too.
do some more
Yeah,
speedruns.
I hope Versatile. It is Versatile, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
versatile indeed.
I hope
Yeah.
Versatile do well.
Yeah,
You should
thanks.
get server
Thank you.
first.
I hope so. I think that's gonna be really hard. This tryhard guild called Atero Dominators,
Yeah,
which
I
raids
know.
6 days a week. Like,
You can do it.
it's never gonna beat that. Like, they raid like 30 hours a week, and we raid like 7 hours a week.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we can beat them. I don't know. It would be pretty hard.
You can do it.
All right.
I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best. We got it. We got it. But
All right.
yeah. All right, dude.
Yeah.
Well, have a good one then.
Yeah. Best of luck with the arena and the dungeons.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye.
Cheers.